What's going on, family? My name is Leon Timbo, and I'm excited. I've done podcasts before, I've done interviews before, but I have never, ever done this before. This is called Are You Okay? And I get to share this space with my mother.
I'm Dr. V, and it is an honor to be with my son Leon Timbo.
That's me, guys.
Yes, so that we are doing this together.
So we got different topics we're going to dig in.
Yes.
And so we've had a lot of crying times, a lot of
Yes.
processing times over the
Yes.
years. And we want to just be transparent in talking to you guys about this incredible topic called brokenness. Now, this is going to be a really intimate topic, right? So we want to be honest with what it is, what it isn't, where it's come from. So, Mom, if you would just kind of open up and tell us what brokenness is and why it was on your heart to start this whole series off with.
You know, it started with a crack in a windshield. And whenever you get a crack in a windshield, it starts off as a small, little period type thing.
Yeah.
And then it starts expanding on your windshield or wherever the crack is. And that's what, when we talk about brokenness. We talk about it starts small and it spreads out, through life.
I know a little bit about that because right now I am dealing with brokenness. But on my windshield, I did a crack. I was behind a truck and I was following close because I was trying to get to the airport, and it was a little rock that came and hit it hit the side. So it hit the side of the windshield, and I was like, okay, it's just a quick rock. And so I came back, I parked the car, and then I went on tour. I went away and I went on tour, and I came back, and that crack was a little further. And so I was like, well, okay, I can still see.
Yes.
And so I went back on the road and I came back and the crack was a little further. Now, another rock didn't hit my car. It was sitting there, but the same rock that hit the car in the beginning had already spread across the front of the windshield, and the fact that it was doing damage even if there wasn't another occurrence.
Yes.
Even though the brokenness of the windshield only happened once.
Yes.
It seemed to have continued to expand. Is that how it happens in our lives? And what can we do about it?
Yeah. What happened is that little crack is the beginning, and then as life go on and as we go through different traumatic experiences, then, the thing expand, and it not only affects our sight, it affects, even what we need to see further.
Yeah.
So those, and even the way we perceive things, when you got a cracked windshield, you don't see things, as clearly. It's cracked. I mean, the spread, and you don't get it repaired, then it affects your vision, it affects, your perception is not as clear even when you're running and driving with another car.
So we're born into this world.
Yes.
We're born into this world pure.
True.
Now the Bible says we were born with sin, but to the babe's eye, we're seeing the world purely.
Yes.
And then things happen with people. Things happen with friends, with family, with loved ones, people we trust, and there are cracks that happen in our lives. There's a bit of cracks that happen in our brokenness. Now, we're not talking about being shattered.
Yeah.
We're just talking about little cracks that kind of affect how we perceive and how we see.
Yes.
And then once those things happen, it sounds like what you're saying is once those things happen, even though we may feel like, hey, we can still move forward.
Yes.
We can still see, we can still, operate normally. But what you're saying is those cracks, or that one crack, is going to affect our lives throughout. What do we do about that?
Okay, the thing is, as I think about it, and even looking at the word itself, brokenness, and the different synonyms that they have, it's talking about crack, cripple, crumble, damaged, defective, demolished, fractured, injured, mangled, mutilated.
Defective.
Yeah.
So you're saying that when a synonym of cracked, a synonym of brokenness is defective.
Yes.
When I get something that's defective,
Yes.
it doesn't work properly.
Yes.
Something that's defective may look the same as one of its counterparts that's working correctly, but because it's defective, it can't quite cut the mustard. It can't quite do what it was supposed to do.
Yes.
I never thought of that as people, though. I never thought I could look at two people that essentially may have the same education, the same pedigree, come from the same side of town,
Yes.
but because one is broken in a certain area, although I'm looking at two people, defective can be a way to define the brokenness of one of those individuals. And that can affect how they perceive the next levels of their life. That's a lot to swallow. When did you